Thank you everybody for coming. Been waiting a while for this. So first off, I want to thank Hashem for everything that He's given us and all the strength that He's given us and how much He's taught us and the blessing of having children and everything that we've gone through has really given us a greater appreciation for that. Also, I want to obviously thank Rachel. I'm not sure where she is. But she has gone through more than anybody for this, and emotionally and physically, and she's just done an amazing job, and what she's doing now is incredible, and handling all 3 babies, and just with very little sleep, and I'm helping as much as I can, but it's nothing compared to what she's doing. So, thank you. And I don't think she's in here anymore, but you can all thank her for me. That way it multiplies my thanks. Okay, so first I want to speak about our daughters who aren't here now, but I just want to explain kind of where they got their names from, and then I'll speak about Aryeh and just share something. So first is Amalia Shoshana. She was the first one born, seconds before Aryeh. And her first name, Amalia, means the work of God, which really kind of resonated with us. And Shoshana, she's named after my mother's mother, whose Hebrew name was Shoshana. And she was a woman of beauty, art, and spirituality, and we hope that Amalia is able to inherit some of that in her neshama. And Yael Bela, who's actually the youngest, the last one born, about a minute after the first one was born. Yael, as many of you know, in Tanakh is a very strong woman and smart, and even though she killed a man, it was a good thing for us, so I'm happy about that. And then Bela is my great-great-grandmother, and it wasn't a name that we had planned on using, but we have a family tree online now, and somebody had written a description of her, along the lines of a true woman of valor, a matriarch who held the family and all traditions of a kosher home together, observed the rituals of Shabbos, and always had room for more and was loved by all. And when I read that, I said, wow, I really, if we have a daughter, I would just love to name somebody after somebody of that character. So that's where Yael Bela came. So then there was Aryeh. And so Aryeh, Rachel and I always knew that we had children and had a boy in particular that we would want to name somebody after her grandfather, Rabbi Magenzi, Avraham Magenzi. And I'm Avram. So we couldn't use Avraham. So his name is Avraham Moshe Chaim Zalman. So we actually had 4 names. We decided that Aryeh didn't need 4 names. So we used the Aleph from Avraham and used the Moshe that he had. And I was trying to figure out what to say, and I looked at this past week's Parsha, which was actually my bar mitzvah speech, so I thought, well, maybe I could just reuse that. But that didn't happen. And then I looked for next week's Parsha, not much there with all these carbonos. It's not really what, it's hard for someone like me to speak about. But I noticed in the Haftorah for next week, which I'm not sure if it ever gets read here because of Shabbos HaGadol, and then with leap years I saw there's all these other things to read, but either way, it ends with this, that only in this may one who glorify himself, in discerning and knowing me, for I am Hashem, who performs kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the world, for these are what I desire, the word of Hashem. And for those of you that knew Rabbi Magenzi, he was, huge on righteousness, on chesed. That was, I think, what defined him more than anything. And that's probably the most important thing you could be defined by. Despite all the other things that he did, every drasha he gave was about chesed, and everybody who ever said anything to me was, he was, the kindest man, or he did, he would do this or this, and there's always about chesed, always about, loving a fellow Jew and doing good things. And I recently learned Ahavas Chesed with my Rusa, and I was re-looking through it the other day, and I find something to say about it, and when he's speaking about what is chesed and kind of how you should do it and what you should do, he says that you should do chesed with love, like you love your children. That you would do things for your children whether they want it or not, and that you would run to do it, and it would be the most important thing to you. That you shouldn't do it because you're obligated to do it. That yes, okay, it's this mitzvah, and so I should do it, and so this person really needs a loan, and so I'll give them the loan. Or this, person really needs a meal, so I'll give them a meal because that's what I'm supposed to do. But more so that you're running out and you're looking, who needs this and who needs that, and what can I do for this person? And that's what Brad McKenzie did. So God willing, Aryeh will get a piece of that trait of chesed, and that we as parents can be examples for him in this community, which has been so open and full of chesed for us, that thank God that'll be an example for him as well. And I think that's it. And with that, thank you so much, and enjoy the food, and thank you.